It's time to adjust that set and turn that dial to WDWNT TV, our new channel where some of your favorite programming from the WDW News Today YouTube channel is heading. If you want to continue to see Boxed In on Fridays, Park Center on Sundays, and as well our Thursday night comedy variety show WDW News Tonight, you'll have to catch them at their new home, WDWNT TV. It's easy to subscribe. Just put in the URL, WDWNT.tv, hit subscribe, and make sure you get those notifications. Again, is the only way you'll be able to continue to see these great shows as they are moving away from the WDW News Today channel permanently. We hope to see you over there at our new home, WDWNT TV. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming. This is Disneyland News Today. I'm Tom Corliss, and here now are the top Disneyland Resort stories for June 16th, 2022. If you're wondering what happened to the set, well, of course, we're celebrating 10 years of Cars Land at Disney California Adventure. And on WDW News Tonight here on the channel, we're having a whole Cars Land 10th anniversary show, which is why we've done this. So we figured Disneyland News Today, Disneyland Resort is the home of Cars Land. We should film something else other than our comedy variety show on this set. And so here we are. Tell us in the comments if you like it. The Walt Disney Company has delayed their plan to move Walt Disney Imagineering, consumer products, and other departments of the company to Lake Nona, Florida, until mid-2026. The move was previously planned to be completed next year, 2023. The announcement came at an all-hands-on-deck meeting earlier this week. Some employees were already searching for homes in Florida and are understandably upset about the delay because they had already sold their homes in California. Other Imagineers were upset by the relocation plan already, and some chose to not stay with the company. It turns out they could have stayed for a few more years before the move even happened. It's well known at this point that the long-awaited overhaul of Disneyland's Tomorrowland is on the way, with an announcement of the project expected to be made at the D23 Expo in September. There has been much speculation about what new and exciting attractions they might be adding to the thematically incoherent mess that was left by the 1998 refurbishment of Tomorrowland. Of course, since then, they've tried to add the submarine voyage and Astro Blasters and all these things to try and fix that. Really hasn't necessarily thematically worked. But the release of Disney and Pixar's Lightyear has shed some light on the project. Throughout the film, Buzz Lightyear makes use of a launch platform inside of a giant structure. And as the movie progresses, the structure looks more and more familiar. And in fact, by the end of the film, the structure has a shadowed silhouette that is unmistakably that of Space Mountain. While we don't have any clear screenshots of the later form, as the movie is not even out at the time we're recording this, the trailers that have been released do show a couple of shots where you can see this Space Mountain structure. So the rumor going around, which started before the movie was in previews, and now that we've seen the movie, it seems very likely. The rumor is that Space Mountain at Disneyland will be overhauled, not simply an overlay like Hyperspace Mountain or Space Mountain Ghost Galaxy, but overhauled to represent the Lightyear film and as the centerpiece of the Tomorrowland overhaul that will be under construction for the next few years. The rumor seems somewhat confirmed again by the clear presence of Space Mountain in the movie. It's several times and very specifically towards the end, you see that silhouette, and it is absolutely Space Mountain. As for what the rethemed attraction would include or change from the classic ride, we don't know yet. The project isn't public. We just know that people have been talking about it, and now it's in the movie. Of course, the last several years have seen Disney focus on removing or overlaying many attractions and such that are either free of the inclusion of current franchises or IP or are themselves original Disney parks ideas. Some examples of the Great Movie Ride, the Universe of Energy, California Screamin' being converted into the Incredicoaster are great examples. Then even on the restaurant side, we've seen Red Rose Tavern permanently replace the Pinocchio restaurant in Fantasyland. And then right next door to Space Mountain, we saw Red Rocket's Pizza Port go from a temporary overlay, I used air quotes by the way, temporary overlay to Pizza Planet to become permanently Alien Pizza Planet. And of course, Space Mountain at Disneyland hasn't been free from this movement either. Of course, during several points of the last several years, it's been Hyperspace Mountain, a Star Wars overlay. That stayed months and months and months on end at one point a couple years ago, and is back for a short period now. Of course, Space Mountain is coming back on July 5th. This may be essentially the farewell tour for this version of Space Mountain, so I'd go get those rides in. And again, another example, Disneyland Paris overlaid their Space Mountain as Hyperspace Mountain a couple of years ago, and since they've stated there are zero plans to go back to any other version of Space Mountain. So there you have it. It seems likely to happen. Let us know in the comments how you feel about it. I'd love to hear more thoughts on it. I know usually I'm against these things, but I've seen Lightyear. I think it's a really great movie. And honestly, I think it's a great fit. I would be very excited to see this. It's not the original. Same way I feel like Mr. Toad still exists at Disneyland. That's the original, and I'm glad that's still there. Space Mountain at Disneyland is not the original, and it doesn't have that gravitas to me of the Space Mountain in Florida. We could argue quality, right? Which one's more fun ride? I might even lean towards Disneyland, but in the end, I think this would be kind of cool. I think it makes a lot of sense. And I think once you see the movie, you may agree with me. But let me know in the comments, nonetheless, how you feel about it. I already said this story, but the next story up is again Hyperspace Mountain at Disneyland is coming to an end. That's going to end on July 4th, and on July 5th, Classic Space Mountain will return. So, obviously we got to wait till September to hear about what's going on with Space Mountain at Disneyland and what a closure date might be if it's going to happen. But I would, if you're visiting July 5th or later, I'd get in some rides on Space Mountain. Disneyland Resort has announced all their 2022 Halloween offerings for both theme parks. The Oogie Boogie Bash will also be returning this year, beginning September 6th. Throughout Disneyland Park, guests may encounter Disney villains or other characters in brand new Halloween looks. Seasonal decor, including pumpkin displays and the iconic giant Mickey pumpkin, will transform Main Street. The Haunted Mansion will undergo its annual seasonal transformation to Haunted Mansion Holiday as well, inspired by Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. Every night from September 2nd to October 31st, guests may enjoy the return of the spectacular showcase Halloween Screams, a projection and light show. On weekend nights, Halloween Screams will include fireworks. At the entrance of California Adventure Park, Oogie Boogie will loom over. In Cars Land, they'll celebrate Halloween once again as Radiator Springs becomes Radiator Screams. Lightning McQueen, Mater, Cruz Ramirez, and Red will be greeting guests in their Halloween car-stooms. God, I love this overlay. Mater's Junkyard Jamboree will be transformed into Mater's Graveyard Jamboree. And Luigi's Rollickin' Roadsters, of course, is Luigi's Honkin' Halloween. Over at Avengers Campus, Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout will become Guardians of the Galaxy Monsters After Dark each night. On Buena Vista Street, Mickey and friends will appear in old-fashioned Halloween outfits. Buena Vista Street will also be decorated. And when the sun sets, the facade of the Carthay Circle restaurant will come alive with Halloween projections. There will also be a 10-foot-tall statue of the Headless Horseman. Plaza de la Familia will return to Paradise Gardens Park at Disney California Adventure from September 2nd through November 2nd. This immersive limited-time celebration, inspired by the spirit of Dia de los Muertos, features live entertainment, festive foods, crafts, and more. Activities include a musical celebration of Coco, which is a lively street performance honoring the film, and the everlasting bonds of family. A mariachi band will also perform at Paradise Gardens Bandstand, and additionally, guests can enjoy an art installation, a photo op at the Arbol de la Vida Tree of Life photo location, a memory wall, and a greeting with a hand-animated figure of Miguel from Coco. Frontierland will also have a vibrant display dedicated to Dia de los Muertos from the 2nd through November 2nd, featuring a musical trio of skeleton figures, brightly colored flowers, and other festive decor. Meanwhile, the separate ticket event Oogie Boogie Bash will be back at Halloween time at DCA on 23 select nights from September 6th through Halloween October 31st. For the first time, D23 members will be able to purchase tickets to their own Oogie Boogie Bash night on September 10th, which is during the D23 Expo. This limited capacity event offers kids and guests of all ages the opportunity to enjoy the park's attractions, unique entertainment, character sightings, and more while dressed in their Halloween costumes. Guests attending Oogie Boogie Bash will be able to explore areas inside DCA Park that remain open during the party, including Avengers Campus. And highlights of the bash include immersive treat trails, Mickey's Trick or Treat Show, the Frightfully Fun Parade, Villains Grove at Redwood Creek Challenge Trail, and more. If you're curious what any of those are, we have videos right here on the YouTube channel. On June 28th, no earlier than 9 a.m. Pacific, a limited amount of Oogie Boogie Bash tickets will go on pre-sale for Magic Key holders and D23 members for September 10th. Tickets to the events, except the D23 special event, go on sale to the general public beginning June 30th, no earlier than 9 a.m. Pacific at Disneyland.com/Oogie Boogie Bash. By the way, that D23 night is one of the 3 most expensive. So my assumption is there's going to be something maybe a little extra to that or they're trying to price out the regular Disneyland guests from attending that and really get the tourists that are in town for D23. But D23 events usually include a gift. So my hope is there'll be some sort of gift for us if we go to that. I've been let down before, I'll be let down again, but I'm going to keep my hopes up. Following the success of Disney Delight at Disneyland Paris, which you can also watch right here on our channel, Disneyland Resort in California is now considering using drones in their own nighttime spectaculars. Orange County Register reported this during a roundtable media panel about the nighttime spectaculars of Disneyland Resort. Disney Live Entertainment show director and writer Wendy Ruth said of the Disneyland Paris drone show, quote, "We are looking at it and curious about how to do it. There are definitely experiments to be done with a variety of drones in size, in what they do, and their programmability." Disney previously utilized drones in the U.S. at Walt Disney World for the temporary Starbright Holidays show, which was hosted at Disney Springs in 2016. In 2020, Disney filed a patent to use drones to control show elements, but no more of that has materialized. In regards to using drones for a more permanent Disneyland Resort show, Ruth said, quote, "We're experimenting, we're exploring, but it's really hard to say, yeah, it's coming, because so much of it is an experiment. Here at Disneyland, our guests don't like to see a lot of change. They want what they know," Ruth added. "That's why we're putting in a Buzz Lightyear Space Mountain." It's not part of her quote. I added that. But when we can do something like a World of Color and surprise them and say, you didn't know that you wanted this, you're still seeing those characters you like, you're still hearing the music that you love, we're just presenting it in a brand new way. Why do they gotta talk down to us like this, like we don't understand quality? You know, we Disney fans are all about innovation and new things, right? Like we get very excited when a new attraction is going to use a new ride system. Like that's a very exciting thing. And same nighttime shows, I think we have always been very excited about whatever new things, lasers, you know, blow up props, all these different things have been added over the years. I think Disney fans have been very excited about those things. So I don't know why we got to talk down to us in that way. That seems rude. Maybe do good stuff and we won't complain. The Darth Sidious Legacy lightsaber hilt is now available at Doc-Ondar's Den of Antiquities in Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland. Disney announced that this hilt would be released at Star Wars Celebration. This is the first Legacy lightsaber hilt to be rechargeable, just like in the movies. It's a joke, folks. It's $159.99. We moseyed down to the Royal Street veranda to try the new blueberry fritters and sample a few other new items on the menu. The street steak salad is $11.49. It's chilled steak on mixed greens, cherry tomatoes, blue cheese, candied pecans, and fried onions with a horseradish dressing. There's also a Hoppin' John Impossible Royal Wrap for $11.49, which is seasonal plant-based meat with rice, black-eyed peas, dairy-free cheddar, lettuce, and Cajun dressing in a spinach tortilla. And the blueberry fritters, which, as you might imagine, are blueberry fritters for $5.99 with blue sugar and served with lemon curd dipping sauce. You can read the review on our website or watch Charlie eat it right here on our YouTube channel. We then blasted off to Tomorrowland to try Disneyland's newest alien concoction, the Supernova Pretzel. It's $7.75 and it's jalapeno cheese-filled pretzel, my favorite. Topped with spicy crumble and lime. Again, review on our website. You can support the entire team behind this show and others and help us pay for this backdrop by joining the WDWNT Inner Globe Society. Lucas, who built the backdrop, is laughing off screen. But you can support us by joining the WDWNT Inner Globe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get exclusive access to content, discounted show and event tickets, like for our 15th anniversary event in July, and more. Special shout out to all of our WIGS members watching to make the show happen each and every week and paid for all of this. It's very expensive. Instagram user, I'm going to butcher this, at MDGlee_sism, I don't know, shared a video last week of the SpiderMan Stuntronic robot failing to release from a wire and crashing into a building during a show in Avengers Campus at California Adventure. The show switches between a real-life performer and the programmed robot, and in the video, the robot crashes into a tower on the Web Slingers building, causing some of the building to collapse. Obviously, this was a huge story last week. We recorded just before this happened. I have to say, again, the R&D department of Walt Disney Imagineering has been the saving grace of this whole division for a few years now. They continue to be the magic. So even when this thing failed, it is clear that they prepared for this to possibly happen. It's a very complex thing. This could happen. Those slats on the side of the building were specifically designed to just fall away if this happened. And later that day, the show happened again. The robot went right back up and did it again flawlessly. That is incredible. Kudos to everyone who developed the Stuntronic. It is a fantastic thing. In honor of the 10th anniversary of Cars Land at DCA, cast members at the park gate gave out complimentary buttons on the anniversary on the 15th. Our good friend Jonathan Cooper on Twitter shared a photo. It's a light pink or purple color with Lightning McQueen and Tow Mater in the center. It advertises Cars on the Road, an upcoming Disney Plus series about Lightning McQueen and Mater on a road trip. It premieres this fall on Disney Plus. It reads, celebrating 10 years of Cars Land at Disneyland Resort along the bottom. As well, a new popcorn bucket shaped like Mater from Cars is now available in Cars Land. The Mater popcorn bucket has been released in honor of that anniversary. Mater's truck bed lifts up to put the popcorn inside. The included strap reads Radiator Springs and Tow Mater on a rusted-looking background. The bucket should be available for purchase at Flo's V8 Cafe, Fillmore's Tastin', and the Cozy Cone while supplies last. When we went today, it was only available at Fillmore's and only with grapes. So, if you want the bucket, you got to get some grapes, kids. The Cars Land 10th anniversary pins are available at Ramon's House of Body Art in DCA. They're a limited edition of 3,000. They're $19.99 each, both available again in Cars Land. We're celebrating soulfully this summer with 2 new dishes at Award Wieners, my favorite restaurant to say the name of at DCA. There's a foot-long barbecue pulled pork dog and a peaches and cream funnel cake fries. The foot-long barbecue pulled pork dog is $15.49. It features an all-beef foot-long hot dog topped with barbecue pulled pork, fried onions, and creamy slaw, served on a toasted bun with Cuties mandarin oranges or the film strip fries. The peaches and cream funnel cake fries are dusted with cinnamon sugar for $8.99 with whipped topping and peach glazed drizzle. Again, the review on our website or watch it on YouTube. Billy Kometz, who portrayed Aladdin during the last year of Aladdin, a musical spectacular at California Adventure, sadly passed away at the age of 35 this week from colon cancer. Kometz got his break as an actor on Disney Cruise Line and later moved to California, where he was offered the role of Aladdin in the show. He performed at the Hyperion Theater in California Adventure until the show closed in January 2016. He was mainly a voice actor, including the English versions of several anime series. Among dozens of other roles, he voiced Ren in Pokemon, Josuke, I'm going to butcher this, Higashikata in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and Niccolo in Attack on Titan. As for other Disney roles, he voiced several characters in the Marvel Avengers Academy video game, Deadpool in one episode of Marvel's Long Story Short, and Navarith in one episode of The Owl House. In lieu of flowers, his family asks fans to donate to the Colon Cancer Coalition. Fans can also leave a message in the guest book on his obituary page or on the funeral home's website. All those links are at DisneylandNewsToday.com. It's always so sad when you lose someone so young and someone that brought so much joy to many of us. I mean, that Aladdin show was fantastic, and obviously at a young age he had a great resume and did a lot of things that meant a lot to a lot of people. So he will be sorely missed. An updated version of an old Trader Sam's Grog Grotto shirt and a new Jungle Cruise shirt are now available at Disneyland Resort. The Trader Sam's camp shirt is $74.99. It's an updated version of one that was released at Disney World last year. The bowling-style shirt is a sandy beige featuring Trader Sam's motifs in shades of brown and orange. Fans can recognize many of the familiar designs, including the Trader Sam's logo and the hippopotami Mai Tai, as well as the Nautilus. The tribal mask has been removed from the design, likely as part of Disney's ongoing cultural sensitivity efforts. It was released here with the tribal mask, by the way, so I do own this shirt. It's not on sale here anymore, but the one I own has the mask on it. The shirt is technically inspired by Trader Sam's here in Florida. That's why there's a Nautilus, but it is available at Disneyland Resort. Meanwhile, there's a Tommy Bahama Jungle Cruise shirt for $150, inspired with an all-over leaf pattern. Among the leaves are postcard signs and animals from the classic attraction. One postcard features hippos reading, "I've got a sinking feeling about this." The animals include a bathing elephant and a python in a tree, and man, do I need this shirt. Adventures by Disney has announced Disney parks around the world a private jet adventure. It's a new itinerary that visits every Disney theme park on Earth. The trip starts at $109,995. is recommended for ages 14 and up, but at minimum, guests ages 12 and up are allowed to be on it. So, I don't know, 12 and 13-year-olds are discouraged for some reason. It'll be available to only 75 fans. Here's the official description, quote, "This dream vacation spans 24 days and covers 6 countries that includes all 12 uniquely magical Disney theme parks worldwide, as well as 3 iconic landmarks, the Taj Mahal, the Pyramids of Giza, and the Eiffel Tower. Throughout the trip, you'll stay in world-class accommodations, including the rare opportunity to be a guest at Summit Skywalker Ranch. Plus, you'll travel in luxury via a VIP-configured Boeing 757 operated by Icelandair with long-range capabilities that allow for direct flights to maximize your time in each destination. You'll also enjoy personal access to experts and staff who provide fun and fact-filled stories, enabling you to be immersed in every location. Booking begins this month at the following tiers. On June 20th, previous Adventures by Disney guests who have been on 3 or more adventures. On June 22nd, all previous Adventures by Disney guests. On June 24th, Golden Oak members, those are Florida Golden Oak residents. And June 28th, the general public, if they make it that far. The trip begins in Anaheim at the Disneyland Resort, where it, of course, all began, and ends at Walt Disney World Resort here in Orlando, visiting all international parks in between. For way less money, if you want to take me as your guide, I'll take you to all the Disney parks on Earth. Considerably less money than that. For the absolute latest Disneyland news, head on over to DisneylandNewsToday.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today on YouTube for more content, and click the bell for notifications. Also, hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of Disneyland News Today. For DLNT, this is Tom Corliss saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. And remember, keep a smile on that bumper, kids. Welcome to News Today with Universal Parks News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. Here now in the news.